women cannot drive. It appalls me that in 2022 we are still making such statements. Hi, my name is Lokesh, wishing all of you a very, very happy Women's Day, and let me begin this video by giving you an example. Imagine there's a 1-year-old boy who is just about to walk, he's learning, he's falling, he's fumbling. However, there's a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old girl who not only knows how to walk, she runs, she takes off, man. Do we then compare these two guys saying boys cannot walk, girls are better at walking? Well, clearly not, right? Because there's a context of age. But somehow we forget all kinds of context when it comes to driving, and we start making these sweeping statements that women cannot drive. It's only in the last few decades that women have started driving. Come to think of it, 4 years or 5 years ago, women were not even allowed to drive in some parts of the world. Let's look within our families. Let's look at our previous generation. My mother never drove, my grandmother never drove. In fact, if I can remember very clearly, none of the female members in my family ever got the chance to be behind the wheels. None of the aunts were driving. It was only my uncles, my grandfather or my father got to ride a scooter or drive a car. Forget about the previous generation. Let's talk about current generation, your generation, my generation. If you look around, how many male drivers and how many female drivers do we have? Sure, the gap is shrinking, but every time you go out for a road trip or for a dinner, how many times do we have women behind the wheel? Speaking from a personal experience, every time I go back to India, my bhabhi and my sister are fabulous drivers, and they're always driving around, running all the errands, picking kids from different classes and all that. But every time we go out as a family for a dinner or for a road trip, it's always my jiraji or my brother, 100%, who get to drive. Every time I have this argument with my male friends, they always say, not all women are bad drivers, but most of the cases of bad driving on the roads, they're usually women. Well, that's your opinion. Facts seem to tell a different story. Facts. So I was doing a little bit of research, before making this particular video, and I came across something really interesting. According to a very, very reliable website, it said more than 500,000 offences recorded in England in 2018. 79%, can you imagine, a staggering of 79% of those offences were committed by men, 4 times more than women. So then how come we never say that men are bad drivers? You spot one bad female driver and you're ready to generalize the entire gender. Driving is a life skill, like cooking, cleaning, fixing broken down gadgets. Some people are good at it, some people are bad at it. I don't really understand, why do we have to gender it? Going out for women is anyway unsafe. It's 2022, and today on Women's Day, I think it becomes our responsibility, men's responsibility, to change the narrative. From women cannot drive, let's change the narrative to bandi mast gaadi chalati hai yaar. I like this idea. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tag 2 of my female friends who drive like a boss and parallel park like a boss. Why don't you do the same? Let's tag 2 of your female friends who are fabulous drivers and use the hashtag bandi mast gaadi chalati hai yaar. Happy Women's Day.